Good evening and welcome to the Friday edition of Prime News on My Media Prime TV. My name is Genda Peldrin Blanche King, coming live from Studio A at Fengudron Bange in Douala. We begin today's news from the northwest region of the country. Traders around Commercial Avenue mid-market entrance in Bamenda had an exchange with the city mayor on issues of security, especially with the persistent lockdown caused by separatists, which has crippled activities. The traders on their part say opening their shops on Mondays is impossible as their lives and properties are not safe, according to them. Details in the following report from the northwest region.
In Bamenda, Thursday 21st January at the Commercial Avenue main market entrance in an exchange with the city mayor and mayors on issue of security concern on the persistent ghost town, which has turned down their business activities, say opening shops on Mondays is impossible and their lives are not safe.
Every day we start collecting, which was decided to tell you on Monday. Hello? Now for party, a young one, the office, a then a small, a big place, in the next meeting. The one of Bali, the young one, only to a fortune nice at all, but a very to a fortune
and will not disrespect Ghost Town for any political propaganda.
People enjoy for inside government when they take money. When the money, when they we pay tax. We pay them. They don't enjoy for office on Monday. That one, they don't do anything. They don't do nothing. They don't see our traders. Me, I've been me. If I start business today, then I go open place. They come throw me on fire. I can survive. If I follow my brother for bush, once I want to fight, join them for say they don't burn my place. For to start don't come for market for Monday. Which I will start? I get family where I take care for. So I just depend and say as authority there for here, make channel for place where you know say if you go, they try for solve problem for Monday. Make a solve problem. Channels and be open for Monday. But the problem will get our say our lives are at stake. Take it to your bosses.
The Bamenda City Council recently sealed some shops in the market, conditioning reopening on the non-respect of Ghost Town.
Because of Monday, no one person let back over Bamenda. Because say, open shop, if you open a shop, say, you can't arrest you. So we don't be that meeting along today. Say they will work out. When they solve the Anglophone problem first, so they will work out.
Bamenda 2 Council Deputy Mayor Anglophone, who represented the mayors, told the traders to give peace a chance, said the traders' complaint will reach the right quarters.
Not true. The problem of security. The thing will report it enter for the right quarters by the person that was
To the city mayor Paul Achombong, the traders should constitute a self-security fortress.
The 12th Steering Committee meeting of the Northwest Livestock and Fisheries Development Project, LIFIDEP, took place recently in Bamenda, chaired by LIFIDEP Board Chair, who doubles as Northwest Governor, Adolphe Lele Lafrique. The budget and plan of action for 2021 was discussed, including development policies and strategies to improve on project actions. Charles Kebwa tells us more from Bamenda.
The 12th Project Steering Committee meeting of Livestock and Fisheries Development Project, LIFIDEP Northwest, held Tuesday, January 19, 2020 at the Ayaba Hotel, Bamenda, chaired by LIFIDEP Board Chair, Northwest Governor Adolphe Lele Lafrique. During its 12th Steering Committee meeting, the budget and plan of action for 2021 were discussed, including development policies and strategies to improve on project action. Board members approved and adopted 7,006,554,000 as LIFIDEP budget for 2021, while government contributes over 175 million CFA, being a quarter of the said budget. Board members congratulated management for achievement register 2020 despite the health and security crisis ongoing in the region.
Approved the 2020 annual report of LIFIDEP and adopt the running budget of 2021. But the board members also seized the opportunity to congratulate the management of the project for the uncommon achievement they have been able to do despite the corona crisis and the security crisis in the region.
While thank the Islamic Development Bank and the government of Cameroon for improving on the living standard of the grassroots population, with project schedule expected to close in September 2021 as per the extension period approved by the government of Cameroon and the Islamic Development Bank. It should be noted 27 water supply scheme plans were completed and received. The construction of vaccination crushes at 70% execution, cattle market constructed at 62%, community halls at 60%, amongst others. 500-kilometer rural roads effectively started Mezam, Mumu, Ngokochunja, and the Donga Mantung divisions. The steering committee members appealed that government task be asked to negotiate new projects for the region.
Cameroon youths and students for peace, in partnership with the United Nations, held a 3-day workshop recently to sensitize women from Baka and Bororo communities, as well as women living with HIV and AIDS in the Lom-and-Jerem Division, East region of the country. Let's join Jean Didier for details of this workshop.
La Cameroun Youth and Students for Peace, Kamer, et ONU-Femmes ont pendant 3 jours édifié et formé les femmes dans la fabrication des masques de protection anti-Covid-19, des savons et des gels hydroalcooliques. Ceci entre dans le cadre de l'autonomisation des minorités, souvent marginalisées dans leur foyer. Ces femmes, avec le renforcement des capacités, pourront désormais mieux se prendre en charge.
Notre but, c'est de les aider à être en mesure de prendre soin d'elles-mêmes. Et c'est pour ça que nous avons commencé par renforcer les capacités sur les fabrications de savon, de gel, de mentors et de masques. Et on les a soutenus avec des kits de démarrage. Et on espère qu'à travers cette formation et les kits de démarrage, ils pouvaient prendre soin d'eux-mêmes en production de tout ce qu'ils ont appris et vendre dans les communautés pour qu'ils s'épanouissent eux-mêmes dans les communautés.
L'atelier de Bertois, qui a vu la participation des experts en industrie chimique et industrie d'habillement, permettra à ces femmes de favoriser de s'installer pour leur propre compte et de lutter contre la pauvreté.
Nous irons en communauté dans notre groupe fabriquer des savons pour nous allons revendre. Les chavelles également, et les manteaux, du moins tout ce qu'on a pris ici, on va le refaire au quartier et le vendre pour avoir de l'argent et pouvoir faire autre chose encore avec cet argent-là. Vraiment, c'est un privilège pour nous d'avoir aussi tous ces kits et encore quand ils ont formé, ils nous ont encore remis le matériel pour pouvoir les fabriquer pour nous au quartier et les revendre. Par exemple, le chavel qu'on achetait à 800 francs le litre ou 900 dans des surfaces, on s'est rendu compte qu'avec seulement 4000 francs, on pouvait avoir entre 30 et 40 litres de javel. Imaginez un peu le résultat.
La Cameroun n'est pas venue les mains vides. Pour aider ces femmes à mieux s'installer dans leurs différentes communautés, 10 machines à coudre et 10 kits complets ont été remis aux 20 femmes bénéficiaires de ce projet et le suivi permanent confié à ONU-Femmes afin de pérenniser cette initiative. La prochaine étape pour la Cameroun, la région du Sud-Ouest, pour le même exercice. Une photo de famille avec les bénéficiaires mettra fin à cette cérémonie.
2 widows have been arrested in the west region of the country in connection to the cultivation of marijuana. According to them, the farm was left behind by their late husband, who was a notable in Bacham-Sheferi locality. Their residence was stormed by the gendarmerie commander after leaked information and investigations. Details with Nora Kibi.
These 2 women have been apprehended in the locality of Bacham-Sheferi in the West region in the Bambutus division with huge quantities of Indian hemp. Sources say they are accomplices to their late husband's Indian hemp business. The sources added that the late man used to be a notable in this locality. Upon his death, his 2 wives have continued with the cultivation of the Indian hemp until this unfortunate day for them as they were caught. According to the gendarmerie commander, Peter Lobwede, his office received top intelligence that there was so much Indian hemp being cultivated in the area. Having been led to the scene with some of his men, they found 9 huge bags of Indian hemp. The officer calls on the population to cooperate fully with law enforcement officers in order to dismantle this network, which always ends up in dangerous activities.
Gendarmerie received intelligence that there was Indian hemp, there was so much Indian hemp being cultivated around this area. So we came and fell on this huge stock of Indian hemp. We have about 9 huge bags here, which are all collected from the houses which you are seeing in this area. So it's really a vast network. We're using this opportunity to invite all our populations to continue to collaborate with the gendarmerie so that we can bring to book all those who have chosen to continue in dangerous activities.
It should be recalled that while installing the newly appointed Senior Divisional Officer for Bambutus recently, Governor Awafonka Augustine called on the newly commissioned SDO, Franklin Etapa, to intensify the fight against banditry and the cultivation of marijuana, amongst other things. Cameroon's laws forbid the use, sale and purchase of Indian hemp, commonly known as banga. The 2 women are currently under custody awaiting justice.
Traders at Mashebe in Kongsamba, Mongo division of the littoral region have frowned at the increase of shed rents by the Kongsamba City Council and the lack of toilets in the markets. The traders took to the streets displaying messages on placards that expressed their bitterness. They also called on authorities to improve on hygiene and sanitation in the markets. From Quinta tells us more. We'll come back to that report. Stay tuned to my Media Prime for developments of that story. Meantime, a group of sons and daughters of Bonaberi under the umbrella of the Bonaberi Diaspora Association have donated gifts worth 3 million francs CFA to 4 non-governmental organizations in Douala, littoral region of Cameroon, under the concept, "If I can eat, then you can eat." Eileen Sama reports.
The Bonaberi Diaspora Association, a group of sons and daughters of Bonaberi in the Douala 4 municipality, now residing in the diaspora, under the concept of "If I can eat, then you can eat," recently reached out to 4 associations in Cameroon, mainly in Douala, bringing them some food stuff and other basic necessities, including bags of rice, spaghetti, groundnut oil, soap, salt, just to name but these. The 4 beneficiary associations are PV Bepanda in the Douala 5 municipality, ASAF, Universe of Humanity, and Grass to Grace, all in the Douala 4 Council Bonaberi, also received a cash donation of $100 each. It is worth noting that the Bonaberi Diaspora Association was newly created in 2020 and has about 50 members, with a unique objective of putting a smile on the faces of the less privileged. The initiative was created by Mr. Ben Jang, popularly known as Tupac, and has as president Afia Data Edmund and communications officer Fortang Thomas Fokang, popularly known as Pa Tom. And this was their first humanitarian move, during which they spent a total of 3 million francs CFA. Let's now take a listen to Ngwenyi Collins, representative, Pesha Envoy, Bonaberi Diaspora Association.
Pretty much what we're doing is we're the fundraising, talking about if I eat, you will eat. So we decided to come and get 4 associations this December to bless them with food, because while we're eating abroad, we also prefer that some people should be eating back home. So we came, and this is our first stop, which is on the 20th of this month. We're going to have another stop tomorrow, and another one on the 22nd, and one on the 23rd. We'll be closing for the year and seeing what 2021 is going to rise.
The Bonaberi Diaspora Association, it is worth mentioning, is open to every Cameroonian of goodwill or a humanitarian heart willing to join to wipe the tears of the destitute and give them a reason to live.
Bonaberi Diaspora Association,
Thanks, Eileen Sama. Étape content has sports update in the French language.
Libye 1, République démocratique 1. C'est le score du premier match d'hier au stade de Japoma, ici à Douala. Après le coup d'envoi de l'arbitre, on assiste au premier but de la sélection libyenne, marqué à la 5e minute de la première manche, suite à un corner bien centré. Le but est introduit par la tête du capitaine Muetab Hussein, dorsal numéro 9, devant une défense congolaise très attentive. À la dernière minute de la deuxième mi-temps, c'est l'égalisation par les Congolais après plusieurs occasions devant les goals libyens mal exploités. Un but partout pour le plus grand bonheur des supporters congolais. Dans le classement, la RDC est en tête du pool B avec 4 points. La Libye, quant à elle, est deuxième avec 2 points, puis le Niger 1 point. Le Congo-Brazzaville a 1 point également. Ce dernier a fait un match nul hier avec le Niger. Un but partout lors de la deuxième rencontre du deuxième match à Japoma. 25 janvier 2021, c'est la date du prochain match qui opposera le Niger à la RDC au stade d'Amadou Ahidjo à Yaoundé. À la même date, la Libye jouera contre le Congo-Brazzaville à 20h au complexe sportif de Japoma. Pour ce soir, à l'affiche, le premier match prévu à 17h, Maroc-Rwanda, et 20h, c'est la rencontre Ouganda-Togo, ici au stade de la réunification de Douala.
We've come to the end of today's newscast. The news was produced by Desmond Ngwa, coordinated by Faith Tata Berinu. My name is Genda Blanche King. Thanks for being with us from Monday right up till now. Stay tuned to My Media Prime at 7 p.m. Cameroon time. Kumlena will be live with the Prime R to talk about issues affecting the world, Africa and Cameroon. Happy viewing, happy weekend, and good night.